Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is, let's see, what do we got? It's Monday. I'm doing my Friday podcast late. So, my name is Joe. If you know, you know. If you don't, welcome to the fucking show. This is supposed to be the day after Bill Burr's Monday morning podcast. And like I said, if you know, I've been changing it up a little bit. So, I'm running late this week. Well, last week. It's supposed to be Friday. And on Fridays, like I said, I was going to do my stories and my comedy, blah, blah, blah. And I got to Friday, and, I really didn't have, like I said, it's transitioning week for me. I'm trying to figure everything out. Or not week. Just trying to figure out how I want to do it, how I want to, go along the rest of this path. Like I say all the time, if nothing happens from this, which, don't expect nothing to happen. So going along those lines, this is really just a way for my family, kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, whatever, it's a way for all of them to, keep up on, what, Uncle Joe, Grandpa Joe, whatever the fuck I end up being. It's a way for them to keep up, like, oh yeah, he said, this week he was having a bad week, and, and then you kind of, it's like a little, not a history lesson, but, I don't know, for me it's cool, like, history, going to see shit, like, going to see where events happened, this event took place here, and this happened here, like, or going to see, like, the Berlin Wall, or Great Wall of China, or, just stuff that's historical. I'm all about it. But, so yeah, I was trying to think of shit, for Friday. Really didn't think it too much. And then, no, I'm not, I'll be honest, I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I was thinking on Friday, I had a couple thoughts. I was like, you know what? I got home, I thought, let me have a drink, loosen up a little bit, and then I'll head outside, because that's actually one of my main issues right now for podcasting is it's not private, or it's not time, it's more privacy, and it's not that I even care, because obviously the people that I'm saying privacy from, obviously they could listen to the podcast, so it's not like I'm fucking, it's not that privacy, but it's like, alright, like, I know it's supposed to be, more about me and not Bill this time, but even say about Bill, when he's doing his podcast, it's always, Nia and the kids are in the other rooms, or sorry, I'm podcasting here, he doesn't really talk to people, I don't want to say it's weird, but, it's like, I guess it's kind of the same as if you're up on stage doing, and then somebody interrupts your joke, it's like, you got to keep that. You got to keep your rhythm in your head, but you also got to address the fact that this dumbass just yelled out at you. So yeah, so it might be off schedule for a week or two, couple weeks, as I figure things out how I want to do it. I am still going to do the Tuesday after the Monday morning podcast for sure, Tuesdays, because it's called the fucking Monday Morning Podcast, and like I said, I started it following Bill, so I'll at least do that. This one, I'm recording, it's Monday. Like I said, this is supposed to be Friday, it's supposed to be my stories, and for the most part, it will be my stories. But, oh shit, you people better go. It's a fucking car turning at the last second. I look in the rear view, and here comes a semi-truck. I was waiting for the noise, like the fucking brakes and the horn. But, yeah, so this is supposed to be Friday, so we're just going to say this is the, couple days late and a couple dollars short podcast. So, I told you guys about my boss taking a couple weeks off at work, and on the beginning of those couple weeks off, well, not couple weeks, it's, with the holidays, we had September 1st off, Labor Day, and then with that, and then the weekends. That's what it was. With Labor Day, 3-day weekend. The 2-day weekend before that, that's 5 days, and then he took off like 7 days, so 12 altogether. But only 7 from work. But point is, 7 work days. We're 3 weeks ahead of schedule. He leaves, and I tell him, I'm like, when you get back, like it's going to be a whole different business. It's going to be a whole different company. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of what I'm afraid of, but it is what it is. I'm taking my vacation. I earned it. I fucking deserve it. Like we all do. Blah blah blah. So he goes on his trip, and he comes back to work, and I was joking with him. It wasn't our crew. It wasn't like the people in the building that weren't doing their jobs. It was more of a backup. And excuse me. So when I say backup, I don't mean backup in the so. It was the fill-in boss, the guy they had to fill in as the boss. Great guy, nothing bad to say about him. Not even going to put his name in here just because, if work were to ever listen, I mean, they're going to know who I am talking about. But like I said, nothing bad to say. Great guy. He actually just drove past me. But I don't know if it's, I don't know what they told him, like what the leaders, above managing, like above our managers. I don't know what they told him as far as, just make sure everybody stays on schedule, make sure they stay busy, make sure they're fucking not sleeping. I mean, it could have been that, because basically he comes back and he's like, well, we're 3 weeks ahead, so let's just make sure we get this, the next order done. Well, actually, it wasn't even fucking done. Yeah, it was, the next order, yeah, he's like, let's just, get it as much done as possible, and it's due this Friday, and it is done. Okay, yeah, so my boss is back, but the point is, this fill-in boss, like I said, nothing bad to say about him, but I don't know if he was just filling in, like literally filling in, like, yeah, this is the this is the time I gotta sit back here and watch you assholes work. Or if he was, just like, fuck it, take your time, because, we're ahead, so screw it, why stress? Or I don't know what the reasoning, but, so my boss gets back, and like I said, I was teasing him. I didn't text him or call him or nothing over his whole trip. I wanted him to enjoy it, but I knew in my head. So he gets back, and I'm like, I'm like, good luck, and all this shit. And then it's funny because it's another coworker. Fucking, I've talked about it a few times. This guy is like fucking. He's like the one that he's like, if you never trained, what do they call it in the military? The ordnance guy, where he goes in and defuses the bombs and shit. Yeah. Imagine that guy, right? And you're in there and you got the ordnance guy and you found your bomb, or what you think is your bomb. And you're like, all right, buddy, it's all up to you now, ordnance man. It's fucking this is what we trained for. If you cut the wrong wire, you're destroying 4 cities and 7 towns and 8 billion. Well, not 8 billion, but whatever people. And you give him this fucking pep talk, and then right after you give him the pep talk, he looks at you with the scissors and he's like, "It's my first time. I don't even know what I'm doing." Like that's the level of like, holy shit stress that this guy carries. I don't know if it's wife, I don't know if it's kids, I don't know if it's wife and kids, I don't know if it's husband and kids, or neither. I don't know what, I don't know anything about home life. I don't know anything about personal life. I don't know about drug usage. I don't know about fucking, abuse, parental, raising, all anything in this guy's life. So I'm not saying as to why he's about to cut the fucking bomb wire, but he's that guy that's sitting there like shaking with both hands on the scissors, like, this is fucking up to me, man. And his voice is shaking like that and shit, and I'm just sitting there at work, and it's like every day, that anytime I interact with them, it's like the interactions are just, it's like a tweaker, man. It's like fucking, I don't know how to explain it. It's just all day from the time you walk in the door to the time you walk out. It's like, God, we got to get something done, man. Is any other work to do? You got to take trash out. You got to do it. And you're like, Jesus Christ, dude, it's fucking. We just got here. Like, have a sip of your coffee and fucking relax. Like, start your screwdriver slowly. He's sitting there fucking air tools like fucking crazy and shit. And it's like, whoa, dude, like, holy shit. So, and he literally is like always fucking stressing about people. Like, one person was a new guy. His first day, he parks in somebody else's spot. We don't have assigned parking, but everybody parks on our same spots every day. Like, I pull in my spot, same spot. I've parked there since I started working there. You know, it's been a year. I've never parked anywhere else. And so I get it. You know, it's kind of like an unwritten thing. But for a new guy, first day, nobody told him nothing. You know, they just said, we'll see you tomorrow, or you know, we'll see you Monday. So new guy parks in, you know, another person's spot, and here comes fucking ordinance guy, and he's like, it's fucking bullshit, man. This fucking new guy, we're gonna have to tell him, we're gonna have to teach him how this shit works around here, man. That's somebody else's parking spot. You can't just take his parking spot like that, man. He fucking parks there. Now what? Now he's gonna park somewhere else and what? Walk around the back door? And it was like, Jesus, again, fucking holy shit, dude. Like, it's a parking spot. It's not assigned. And then on top of that, the farthest parking spot is like 3 minutes from the farthest other park. Like, you're not like, I could park at the gas station by my job and have 2 minutes to clock in and still clock in on time. I mean, that's how close everything is. So it's just like, where the fuck, like, whoa, dude. And then the same shit. He comes up to me randomly. And so what happens, my boss assigns everybody stations for the day. And we're all, you know, most of us are all cross-trained, but he's trying to make sure everybody stays fresh. So it's like, you know, one day you're on station 1, you know, say 1 through 20. You know, one day you're on 1, you know, tomorrow you'll be on 7. The next day you'll be on 3. The next day you'll be on 18. You know, it's just, I mean, it's not random like that, but it's, you know, he goes by your strong suits and blah, blah, blah. And anyways, he assigns this shit. And this guy goes, sends me a text, and I responded, and I just go, I'm sorry, I didn't see this. I actually didn't see it till later. But either way, it's like, you know, I get along with everybody. Everybody's cool. I'm not getting involved. The one politician at work that I knew, we got rid of. Or not we, but they got rid of. So I'm not getting involved in that politics bullshit at work if I don't have to. But he messaged me, and he's like, fucking guy just stands by the station he wants to work at. He doesn't ever, you know, go to another station, or he only works a station for a single day or some shit like that. And it's like, all right, you know, I get it. You're pissed off. Fuck it. God damn it. I was gonna make a turn, but I'm trying to podcast and talk and focus, and fuck it. I wasn't gonna race it and have all my shit spill out of the side. Not out of the side, but off the seat. Oh, speaking of that, on the way home on Friday, I hit the smoke shop. You know, it's legal here, so I hit the smoke shop, grabbed a bunch of shit, got home. Everything was good, and then Saturday night, Sunday morning, I realized I was missing a decent little bit of what I was looking for. And so, not looking for, but what I bought. And I knew it wasn't stolen, because, you know, the people that have any access to the house that I'm living in, one person doesn't really, if he did steal, he'd steal fucking, like, it'd be like the smallest little itty bitty, it wouldn't even matter. And the other one, I don't think he'd even go in my shit, not being, like, disrespectful going I don't mean, like, you know, oh, he's a pussy. No, I just mean, out of respect, I don't think he'd fuck with my stuff. No, but I thought, you know, I'm like, damn, I'm fucking missing shit, you know, and it's more of just like, bummer, because I was gonna eat some gummies on this night, and I was gonna do this and that, and then fucking this morning, I fucking opened the passenger door, because I gotta wipe all the windows off, all the fucking the morning dew and shit. It's getting cooler. So I'm wiping all the windows off. I open the passenger door and like 4 bags of my shit come fucking falling out onto the ground. And I'm like, thank you, man. Thank God. It was like a blessing, man. It was like, because I had already written the shit off. I'm like, well, it's 3 bags. They're gone. It's what, they're only like fucking $4 for each bag. So I'm like, whatever. It's not the money. It's just the having a nice little buzz kind of deal. And I'm like, whatever. Fuck it. It is what it is. We'll come back, Friday and do it all again. But then this morning, I open up the door, getting ready for work, and bam, fucking all my missing shit falls out. Point of that was I don't take turns too quick because everything that I love and is near and dear to me will fucking roll right out of the seat and go right into the fucking the doorway. And then when you open the door, it falls to the ground or worse. And I say worse, like, how much farther can it fall? But, yeah, so, let's see, yeah, so we got the crazy, so he's a, crazy fucking high-strung guy at work. Another guy at work comes up to me, so like I said, I didn't mention the fact that he bitched about the one guy going to one station. It was like, dude, first of all, the boss assigned that. But like I said, I'm not even getting involved. So it's like, all right. I just said, oh, sorry, I didn't see that message. And then he never said anything. I never said anything. That's it. But somebody else came up to me and they're like, hey, is it me or is he like fucking like about to cut the red wire? It's like, is he on fucking like on edge, hardcore all the time? And I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, his fucking like his energy. I hate to say, but it's like it stresses me out. I don't even know what I'm stressed about, but I'm stressed. I don't know why, but it's because that fucking energy. And the coworker's like, okay, cool. He's like, I see it too, but I didn't know if I was the only one. And I'm like, no. I'm like, everybody, well, not everybody, but, I'm like, we all notice it. Dude can't fucking sit still. And here's a good one for you. The same person refilled his coffee, fresh, hot coffee, at our last break. And we work until, about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Just say 4 to 5, depending on, but 4 to 5. And so our last break is around, like, 2. Fills up a full fucking coffee. Like, I get it. Some people, like my mom, drank coffee all day, but, she wasn't a chugger. She was like a sipper. So she'd have like 3 cups of coffee, but it'd be all day. So it's like she'd sip, a little bit. This guy's like fucking chugging, and then gotta go get some more and chugging. But the funny part is today, one of the coworkers is like, hey, he's like, he's being sarcastic. We make a lot of sarcastic jokes. And so he made a joke. He's like, hey man, you're one chill guy. And he looks at me and smiles because, we do a lot of that shit. We do a lot of that, fucking, I guess you could say, like, secret or side jokes, and then we'll fucking say something, and then if the person doesn't get the side joke, we'll, it's like you give the other person the look like, haha, get it, I did it, and they didn't catch me. So he goes, yeah, he's like, you're the, one of the most laid-back people we got. And the funniest fucking thing, because I was never gonna ask this guy why he's so high-strung. It's not my business, but it's just, like I said, it stresses me out. But, I was never gonna ask. But he just goes, no, I'm not. Like, yeah, you're pretty laid back, aren't you? No, I'm not. And, like, eyes got all bulged up. He's holding his fucking coffee, and he, like, storms away real fast. Not even in a bad mood. Just, like, him storming away is just his walking. Actually, somebody asked him to go to the other building to fix something. And he jogs. Like, dude, we're here until we're all here for 8 hours, Like, you're not getting paid extra to jog. I'm sure the company appreciates your hustle, but it's not gonna fucking, like. That's what I was saying about the air tools and shit, like the screwdriver. It's like, dude, I get it. Like, I'm a hard worker too. Well, I'm as hard as you're gonna pay me to work, but I get it. Like, I'm gonna earn my job in my place too, but holy shit, like, when they say, has an employee gone above and beyond today? He's that above and beyond employee. Like, he's the guy, like, if he was a delivery guy, like, most delivery people, especially up here, it's like, oh, well, I couldn't tell which driveway was yours because it's a dark road, so I just stuffed the food in the fucking ditch or in the mailbox or something. And it's like, oh, cool, thanks, you fucking asshole. Like, didn't even call me or nothing. This guy is so, like, I'm going to do my job right, and I'm going to be I'm going to be the customer service, and, everything's got to be how it is. So it's like, he's the guy that will jump a fence, fucking run away from 3 dogs, and like, beat, like, 3 dogs, 2 cops, jump 3 fences, and still have your pizza fucking hot in the bag, not tossed around, your fucking 2 liters not shaken. It's like, I don't fucking know how he does it, man. I couldn't be that high strung, that fucking wildly, just that much energy. I couldn't have it all the time. I mean, the reason I'm late on the podcast is because I didn't have the fucking energy to try to put in a couple, I don't want to say ad libs, but nothing was written down, so it would all been off the top of my head. And I mean, this is pretty much off the top of my head. I got a couple, stupid things written down, but I'm just making this just so people know I'm not fucking done making the podcast. I'm just late. So yeah, on that note, I'll get Bill Burr's Thursday from last week and today's I haven't listened to yet. I'll get both of those. We'll do the day after Bill Burr's podcast tomorrow. I'll post this up tonight. I don't know what the fuck the name is. Like I said, we're in the transition period, so just bear with me. All 3 listeners or 5 listeners or 20 or whatever. Fucking thank you for, you know who you are. Thank you. For the rest of them, fuck it. But, yeah, we'll see where all this shit goes. And, like I said, bear with me. Go fuck yourselves. And talk to you tomorrow.